Hello, dear friends, all lovers of freedom all over the world. I greet you according to your time zone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ahmadike, Biafra land. Long live United States of Biafra. Long live the good people of Biafra. My people, in this video, you will learn a lot. So do not be in a hurry. Tighten your seatbelts and watch this video. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share this video and also give us a thumbs up. Thank you and God bless you. Let's go.
All right. Shall we now take reactions to the federal government's announcement of identifying and shutting down accounts used by terrorist and criminal groups in Nigeria? The Director General of the National Counter-Terrorism Center, Major General Adamu Laka, made the announcement on Tuesday, stating that platforms including TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and X have been used by terrorists to publicize operations and communicate with supporters. The NCTC boss also revealed that some Nigerians are now staging fake kidnappings to extort money, even from their own families. Let's take a look.
We're talking about the population informing the kidnappers. When we are even having situations whereby people arrange with themselves to kidnap themselves to collect ransom from their families. You understand? I've seen situations whereby a boy arranged with his friends to kidnap him so that his father can pay the ransom. Some will even arrange them themselves. There's their AI tools where you can change your voice. You say you've been kidnapped, ask for the ransom, you pay yourself, and then you reappear. So I think there's a need for us to resuscitize the population.
Yeah, it's becoming this serious, Ayo. And I'll take some reactions. This is from Adebaji, who wrote, "I can't agree less with him. Many youth have now turned kidnapping into a business. It is no longer limited to bandits alone." And then another ex-user wrote, "Because the government now negotiates with bandits and kidnappers alike, who no go one negotiate with a whole government?" Very valid point, right? And finally, this person wrote, "If they can identify bandits' social media accounts, how come they can't track them by it? Something they can do to law-abiding citizens." And that's really, for me, is the main point. Laka also touched on, ransom payments being a major source of terror financing, with point-of-sale operators increasingly exploited to move funds. He explained that kidnappers provide POS account numbers, families transfer the ransom, and criminals simply collect the cash, making it extremely difficult to track. Well, this is a wake-up call for Nigerians. Even family members are setting up their own kidnapping in Nigeria at this point, according to the National Security Advisor as well. Your thoughts on the story? I think for me, it's about tracking these bandits and the terrorists, and also working with, these social media platforms, collaborating with them. If you can actually track their accounts, I'm sure you can track where they are.
The ex-user mentioned that, and I think that's spot on. And that's why it's often said that the government knows what to do, because what he's just said is listed the issues that are already obvious. The number of people know what the challenges are. What the other thing that isn't happening is a commensurate action to actually track these bandits and apprehend them and prosecute them. We've also often talked about the kidnapped victims and how when they come out there are no arrests. That's potential and opportunity to do that. So that's on that. But let me just say, OG, on a final note, put an economy that's not thriving, side by side, low employment rate, no job for the people, and then an opportunity whereby there's an industry being created in kidnapping and banditry.
Yeah.
Easy for people to go into it and begin to try to make money out of it, out of desperation. Look at Advanced Free Forward. A life of criminality or a nation where criminality thrives is encouraged or induced by lack of economic activity and where people have low poverty and aspirational levels. And so you make it attractive, they'll just take the bait and go with it. So the most important thing is to make it as unattractive as possible by ensuring that there are consequences and the consequences are dire enough to discourage people.
Right. No negotiation with bandits.
Let's see a process where they are prosecuted and face the full wrath of the law. Then you see less people wanting to go into it.
So it's good that the federal government has designated these kidnappers as terrorists, and they also have, you know, that death sentence for kidnappers. So, you know, kidnappers beware. This is no time to play any longer. Should we now take our good news report, celebrating a historic milestone in Nigeria's transport sector? Abia State has become the first state in Nigeria to officially launch state-owned electric shuttle buses, marking a giant leap towards sustainable transportation and environmental protection. Well, the groundbreaking initiative was unveiled on Monday at the International Conference Center in Umuahia by none other than the Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, alongside Governor Alex Otti. The first batch consists of 20 fully electric buses manufactured by the Kosharis Group, operating under the Abia Green Shuttle Electric Bus Service. Dr. Okonjo-Iweala praised the initiative as a bold step towards addressing climate change, noting that although Africa contributes only 3% of global carbon emissions, the continent must still play its part in promoting a cleaner environment. Governor Otti explained that the state initially considered compressed natural gas buses, but decided to leapfrog straight to electric vehicles to achieve zero emissions.
We can assure you that the only way to go is up, and we have started. We can't go down.
Yes, sir.
We also intend to install charging stations in different parts of Aba, Ohafia, and Umuahia, which will be available for public use. So we expect that in no distant future that some of you may choose to procure electric vehicles. You would have read not too long ago that the state emerged the best in terms of public sector or public transportation. I'm sure you saw that. That it costs much less in Abia State than every other state in Nigeria. So the introduction of the electric buses will even further reduce the cost of transportation.
What a phenomenal achievement for Abia State. Governor Alex Otti's vision has positioned Abia as Nigeria's sustainability champion. The buses are fully compliant with the needs of persons with disabilities and will provide free transportation for Abia residents from December through early January 2026. Of course, congratulations to Governor Alex Otti and the good people of Abia State. This is the sort of initiative that we love to see. And, you know, the great thing is that the 20 buses were manufactured in Nigeria by the Kosharis Group. And I think, for me, this is really, really an innovation. Congratulations to Governor Alex Otti. Well, speaking about private sector engagement, founder and group chairman of Hares Holding, Tony Elumelu, on Sunday hosted a bipartisan United States congressional delegation at the Transcorp Hilton in Abuja. The meeting brought together American lawmakers and Nigeria's private sector leaders for strategic dialogues on economic cooperation. The delegation was jointly led by Republican Representative Bill Huizenga of Michigan and Democratic Representative Sarah Jacobs of California. The delegation were accompanied by outgoing U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills.
Now you know. Now you know.
Intervention. I mean, this is great to see also the private sector engaging with international bodies. We have the story of, you know, in Abia State of Kosharis having to manufacture Nigeria. This is all about the growth, the Nigerian economic growth. So I'd say at this point, because we don't have time, kudos to Tony Elumelu.
Nigeria has become a safe haven for terrorists. This is a country where terrorists are not captured. If by mistake they are captured, they are given very light sentences. This is Nigeria for you. And these terrorists works hand in hand with the federal government. Terrorists and the government is like 5 and 6. And let me use this opportunity to say a very big thank to Governor Alex Oti of Abia State. He's doing wonderfully well. May God bless him for his development stride and all that he has been able to accomplish in Abia State. He's a good governor and Igbos love him so much. And also, Tony Elumelu is also doing wonderfully well. He's a private business captain and he's doing very, very well. More grace to his elbows. Let these great men come to our Igbo and develop our Igbo. All this investment outside the country should be brought down to Igbo land.